Hey everyone, Anthony Melchiori here, and today we will be talking about the top 10 money wasters of 2018. So when I was speaking to some of my clients and a few of my friends and family, one of the top goals of 2018 was to save some more money. So I decided to make a list of the top 10 unnecessary spending habits I see far too often, and quick and easy ways to adjust them. I did happen to add a 11th bonus habit. It won't pertain to a ton of people, but it's close to my heart, and hopefully it can open up some eyes and help a few people out in 2018. So the first waste of money I see far too often is underused or not used at all subscriptions. I chose this to be number one because it's a reoccurring charge. Almost everyone has one of these, and it's just another bill you don't need. After this video, check out your monthly statement or write a list of all the subscriptions you have and just decide which ones you want to keep and which ones you don't need. If you only use it once in a blue moon and you only have it just because you've had it for so long, that's not a reason to keep it. Get rid of it. Save some more money. This can range from magazines, monthly subscriptions, specialty services, a special type of software. If you're not using it, just get rid of those things. It's not worth the money. Trust me, you won't notice it or you won't need it within a month or two. The second biggest waste of money I saw in 2017, and it's a continuing trend in 2018, is microtransactions on mobile video games. Now this one might not affect a lot of people, but the people it does affect, it amazes me how much they're willing to spend on a game. I know off the top of my head 3 people who last year spent over $150 on microtransactions for video games. And the worst part is, not only are these games supposedly free, but my friends stopped playing them within a month. A lot of people fail to realize these games are free for a reason. They make it free so they could get a big crowd to go in and try out the game. But then they put in an addictive formula in that game, which keeps you coming back for more and more and more. At first it's a fun, easy game, and you don't mind if they offer you some bonuses for $1 or $2, but you don't take them. It's easy, it's free, I don't need that. And you continue to play, but then eventually the game gets harder, or you have to wait longer to play. And then you're like, oh, well, it's okay if I spend $2 just to play today. It's not a big deal. It's only $2. Let me support the game. But then that $2 turns into $10 a week or turns into $20, Then it's $50 a month, and it's just a cycle. They get you hooked until the only way you could play is by paying them. The only way you can continue and progress in the game is to pay for it. These games aren't only set to take your money, but they're set to continue to take your money. They don't want the one payment fee. They want a payment fee every time you touch it. The third biggest money waster has to go to buying excessive clothes. There's an idea called the 80-20 rule, which states 80% of effects comes from 20% of causes. So what that means for clothing is, if you open up your drawers right now or open up your closet, the effect is stating that 80% of the clothes in your closet, you're only going to wear 20% of the time. But 20% of those clothes you're wearing 80% of the time. So if you think about that, someone like me, in my personal experience, there's 2 things I wear all the time. I wear my gym clothes, which are just some basketball shorts and either a t-shirt or a sweatshirt. And then my business clothes, which are a button-up and dress pants or a button-up and jeans. But I wear the same ones every week. I wash it and then I just reuse it. Now I have a few specialty clothes for special events, but I only use those or wear those, once every couple of months, once every 6 months. Now this number can fluctuate a little bit. It doesn't have to be 80-20, it could be 70-30, but the idea is still the same. A lot of your clothes, you mostly never wear, and a small percentage of those clothes, you wear all the time. So next time you have a free minute, go through your closet, check it out and see if it pertains to you. And then think when you're out shopping, do I need to buy this piece of clothing? Am I gonna wear this? Is this something for a special occasion, because there's nothing wrong buying that. But if you're buying it as if you're going to wear it all the time, think about it. Are you going to wear it all the time? Is it replacing one of your favorite items? This will help you determine if it's worth the purchase or not. The fourth biggest money waster I see is late fees. Late fees is the equivalent of throwing your money in the garbage. And worst part, on top of that, it can affect your credit score in a negative way. Too many people rack up late fees for the simple fact that they forget they have to pay something that day. They forget it's due at this day. And most of the time, companies aren't going to be lenient and say, hey, you know what, don't worry, pay it tomorrow. You are going to get hit with that late fee right away. And the easiest way to stop this is just by setting up automatic payments. Now, of course, there's some bills that you can't pay automatically, but set a reminder in your calendar. You know, everyone has smartphones nowadays. Just set a monthly reminder, and the calendar will let you know. Set it 3 days in advance, set it a week in advance, just so you know you have that money and you can ship it out early. Don't waste your money and basically throw it out in the garbage, you know? Late fees are one of the easiest things to get rid of, but it's amazing how many people have them. The fifth money waster I see is buying Lotto tickets. As you know, Lotto is a form of gambling. And anyone with an addictive nature knows, as soon as you get that first win, it can be really difficult to stop yourself. Stop yourself from trying to go for that big money win, you know? And similar to the microtransactions, that win, usually it's small, it's just enough to get you hooked that you want to keep redoing it and keep replaying it to the point where you'll be buying Lotto tickets once or twice a day. And with the near impossible chance to win, all that money you're going to be spending for the rest of your life if you do get addicted to it can be going to your retirement, or can be going to a business, or to invest in yourself. And that, any one of those three will make a huge difference in your life. But playing the Lotto, doubtful. And just think about this. There's a reason they call it the poor man's tax. The sixth money waster we have on today is smoking. Now, we all know the effects of what smoking does to your health, but do you know the effects on what it does to your wallet? For the person who smokes a pack a day, at an average pack costing about $5.17, you'll be spending close to $1,900 throughout the year. And that's just the United States average of the cost of a pack. If you live toward any big city, you're looking at double the pack cost. So think about that. Save your wallet, save your health, stop smoking. The seventh money waster here today is cable and home phones. A lot of young people aren't going to be having this issue, but this is for all the older ones. Get rid of these things. You don't need them. Today, the average cost of a home phone and cable bill together is about $130. With everyone having a cell phone nowadays, there's not a pressing issue to have a house phone anymore. Unless it's for a specific business, it's an easy way to add up extra money. And then, with all of the great services, such as Netflix, Hulu, Sling TV, PlayStation View, all bringing some of your favorite shows to TV, why pay for a cable subscription? It's just not worth it. All of the services I just mentioned are all under $30. And Sling and PlayStation View basically give you the same thing that the cable company is giving you. Save yourself some money, get smarter in 2018, cut the cords on both of those. The eighth money waster today is buying expensive coffee. With the average trip to Starbucks costing about $3.25, if you go just 5 times a week, you're spending close to $65 a month on coffee, or $780 a year. And this is lowballing it. I know plenty of people who spend more than $3.25 at Starbucks, or who have to go more than 5 times a week. I know some people who go 3 times a day, 5 times a day. So these numbers are lowballed, so think about how much you spend, and this goes the same for Dunkin' Donuts or any other fancy coffee shop, that you can be making the same thing at home for 1/10 of the price you're paying for. The ninth biggest money waster today is buying lunch every day or eating out often. I personally never buy lunch for work. I always make enough to have leftovers and I'll usually take that. I also completely stopped going out to eat in 2017 unless it was for social occasions. No more was it, hey, you know what, I'm just lazy, I don't want to cook, and once or twice a week go out and eat at a restaurant. Not only have I seen a huge increase in the amount of money I have, but it's just so much better for my health. Especially if one of your goals for 2018 is to stay healthy or get into better shape or lower your blood cholesterol or high blood pressure or anything that has to do with your health. Cooking your own food and eating out less will be a huge factor and help you out so much. The 10th money waster I see far too often is buying products that can be reusable. So if you're buying a product every week or every other week that has a reusable version of it, it's a waste of money. This can include paper plates, napkins, straws, utensils, batteries, razors, and the list keeps going on. As soon as you buy the reusable version of it, it'll pay for itself in no time. It's a no-brainer. Now we're on to the bonus money waster. And as I mentioned earlier, this one has a special place in my heart, and it is buying pets instead of adopting. Unfortunately, there are a ton of amazing pets in shelters looking for a home. So instead of paying tons of money to have someone breed an animal for you, adopt one. I've adopted all of my animals over my lifetime, and trust me when I tell you, they know you saved their lives. They know they were living in a cage, and they know you're giving them a better life. And on top of that, this goes especially true for dogs. Purebred dogs that you usually purchase have tons of health issues later on in their life, compared to a mixed breed where the genes help it, and you'll save money in the long run with hospital bills and everything, just because the purebreds just don't do as well as the mixed breeds. So hopefully I could reach out to some of you and just keep in mind to adopt instead of shop. So there you have it. That's the list. That's the top 11 money wasters you need to stop doing in 2018. As always, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Comment below something that you need to change in 2018 to save yourself some money. And subscribe if you want to continue seeing more videos. Thank you, and Anthony out.